On this channel, we do sevens. We rate 1 out of 7. Why? Well, once you get out of the theater and you're done watching it, you're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. But then after you've seen it a few times, you're wondering, maybe my opinions have changed. Maybe it wasn't as amazing as before. That's why we have this long wait period. And the wait is up. Let's see if Jojo Rabbit holds. Hello, and welcome to this part of the pond, where it's the bullfrog and the one, the only, Newt.
Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers.
You want to see that face? And we want those subscribers for other reasons. What was it about this movie that we kind of went, okay, this is a potential 7. What does it do that? What is it? Well, one thing is rewatchable. And if there's anything JoJo is, it's rewatchable. You can watch it time after time. But sevens also hold the title of magic. Like the way how the director and the film and the actors and the music, does it roll up together nicely? And there's that certain piece in Jojo Rabbit that kind of holds firm and takes you at all. It's Jojo Rabbit. Taika Waititi is improving, and this is his best. And there is this certain magic that this movie has. Yes, it does. And another thing about a 7 is probably the most interesting and weird you could say about the pond is it deep diveable? Can you go into a deep thought process and analyze this movie as a story, or as what is it about it that can capture you? And honestly, the storytelling itself, you could deep dive into it. How Taika Waititi used, well, our emotions. And this is probably one of the most well-rounded movies when it comes to emotion. He can get us laughing our heads off 1 minute. And then the next, he has us tearing up. Here in the pond, we actually have it's turning into a council of 7. And when we were watching Jojo Rabbit to see if it's 7 worthy, I had to raise my hand after one scene and go, all right, which one of you is tearing up? Be honest. Football players raise their hand and openly admit, yes, I'm tearing up. And yes, this movie will tear you up. Way more than once. I've seen this movie, 4 or 5 times, and those scenes still get me. That speaks magic and how well-rounded and how it makes you want to go, what is it that Taika Waititi did that made it so? I find very intriguing going from seeing the depression of JoJo and you see the blues that showing that grim depression, and suddenly this butterfly comes and everything about on the screen shines up. You see actually a lot more brightness and color, and then the scene happens. So you got me dark, you lift me up, and then you stabbed me in the heart, Taika. And that was really well done. And the shots and the way how it was conspired, it was really well done. But is that deep diveable or just something about magic? It's almost like it's both. But there's so much more about it that's deep diveable. It's talking about, this is Nazi Germany. And you can see how the country itself struggled. Some people weren't, they weren't being a German because they weren't standing with Nazis. They just wanted peace. One man just wanted to live, and some people were just loyal or duped. It's a deep movie, but yet it can get away looking like it's just plain shallow. It's like, oh, it's just skimming because it's making you laugh. It makes you sad, but yet at the same time, if you watch it over and over again and you see this presentation of that not everyone was evil and not everyone was so gung-ho. and you do it in a way that, in that complicated subject and such like this, you can't help but go, wow, I can understand that a bit better. As you're starting to see, does this movie have magic? Yes, it's kind of obvious. Jojo Rabbit is a 7. Taika Waititi, this is your best. You deserved the Academy Award. This was really well done, and yeah, as it goes, this deserves to hold up to that number. This is a really good film, people. I highly recommend it. And this is the Bullfrog and the Newt signing out.